Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. After coming off of the first half of the first season of the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball, I started to think about what Cartoon Network is doing right now behind the scenes, what shows they've greenlit, the shows that we know are coming, and I've started to become a little bit concerned about them. If you guys haven't seen my review on the first 20 episodes of the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball, leave a card up above to that. But after watching this first batch of episodes, there's something just different about this series. It's not the same as the original show. It doesn't have that same it factor. It just feels off and isn't that good. My concern with this is if they did this to Gumball, one of the more highly anticipated revivals coming from Cartoon Network, what are they going to do with Adventure Time, with side quests? What are they going to do with regular show Lost Tapes? I'm concerned that these series are going to get tarnished by these new iterations in a similar way that Gumball has been tarnished by the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball. Don't get me wrong, the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball isn't horrible. It's not the worst thing I've ever watched. I'll be honest though, if it wasn't attached to Gumball, I probably wouldn't watch it. If Gumball had ended and there wasn't this big cliffhanger that I want us to get resolved, I probably would not be watching the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball. And my concern here is that they do something similar for Adventure Time with side quests, and they do something similar with regular show and Lost Tapes. These are two shows that are highly anticipated, and they are essentially setting out to do more of the original series, but in a brand new show. They're setting out to do the exact same thing that the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball did, which is essentially serving as an extension to the original series. The danger with that, as we've seen with Gumball here, when you try to make more of the original show years after the original show has ended, the danger you run into is not living up to expectations, not living up to the legacy of the original show. This is a problem that many reboots deal with, many revivals deal with this issue. That's why we've seen a lot of these reboots and revivals fail, because they don't live up to the expectations of the original series. There are very few revivals that I can think of off the top of my head that have done well and were well liked across the masses. The only one I can really think of right now within the realm of Cartoon Network is the Samurai Jack revival with season 5. That felt like Samurai Jack. But when you think of something like the Powerpuff Girls reboot or the Ben 10 reboot, or you think of a show like Teen Titans Go or Thundercats Roar, none of those really lived up to the expectations set forth by the original works. They were all downgrades, if you will. They were all not liked by the community, and that's kind of the same boat we're sitting here in with the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball. I wouldn't say the new Gumball's as drastic as some of the examples I gave before, like Ben 10 or the Powerpuff Girls reboot or even Teen Titans Go, but still the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball doesn't live up to the expectations that the original series has set forth. And that's the danger when you touch on a reboot or a revival. People have a certain expectation in their mind, and it's very hard to live up to those expectations. And after seeing what they've done with Gumball, I am very concerned in seeing what happens with regular show Lost Tapes and Adventure Time side quests. I hope these live up to the expectations that the original series set out. Both of them are trying to be more of the original series. Like for Adventure Time side quests, it's supposed to be more early Adventure Time, like seasons 1, 2, and 3, before we started getting lore and this plot developing throughout the show. It's supposed to be early Adventure Time, but in a modern day. Regular show Lost Tapes is essentially supposed to be an extension of the original regular show. These are adventures that you didn't see during the run of the original series, but there's stuff that happened behind the scenes. The danger that we run into is that these series struggle with their identity and they struggle to live up to the expectations of the original show. Like the perfect example for a series that really struggled with this was Young Justice. Young Justice was a fantastic show. During the original run on Cartoon Network, seasons 1 and season 2 were phenomenal. They were so good that Warner Brothers, or Warner Media I should say at the time, decided to bring the show back on their new streaming service DC Universe in the form of Young Justice Season 3. Young Justice Season 3 ended up being lackluster. It just didn't hit the same way that the original show did. It was kind of a struggle determining what exactly this season was supposed to be about. What exactly is the plot of this new show? They decided to greenlight it for a 4th season. We get Young Justice Season 4 Phantoms, and Young Justice Season 4 Phantoms was an absolute dumpster fire. It was absolutely awful. The one thing people wanted to see was the original cast cast from the first season come back together. And they said that's what they were going to set out to do in season 4. They were going to focus more on the original cast. And instead of focusing on all of them together, they did arcs for each of them. And I'll be honest with you guys, I said this recently in my YouTube short covering Young Justice, and I said this years ago in a video called I'm Done with Young Justice. I fell off during season 4 because it was just absolute garbage. It was terrible. That's again an extreme example, but we're seeing something similar happen here with the wonderfully weird world of Gumball, and now I am concerned that we're going to see the same thing repeated again with Adventure Time side quest and regular show Lost Tapes. I really hope this isn't the case, because Adventure Time side quest is something that people are anticipating. I don't think it's as highly anticipated as regular show Lost Tapes is, and the reason I say that is because Adventure Time has a lot going on within the world of Adventure Time right now. You have Fiona and Cake, which is absolutely phenomenal. You have side quests, you have Heyo Bimo, a preschool show, and a movie coming as well. On the other hand, with regular show, there is nothing going on within the realm of regular show outside of Lost Tapes. So I would say there are higher expectations on regular show Lost Tapes because that's the only regular show that is happening. The same thing can be said with the wonderfully weird world of Gumball. This is the only Gumball that we're getting after waiting 6 long years to see what the narrative is with the Void. The show just isn't the same anymore, and I really again am concerned that the same thing is going to happen with Adventure Time side quest and regular show Lost Tapes. I'm not so concerned about Steven Universe Lars of the Stars because that's a different show. We had Steven Universe, we had the epilogue series in Future, which I was not a fan of. Lars of the Stars is a completely different series following different characters. It's essentially taking some side characters in Lars and his team. They're becoming the focal point of the series. Like, yeah, I'm sure Steven's going to have a role in it. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to see the Crystal Gems, but they're not the focal point anymore. Lars of the Stars is more of an Adventure Time Fiona and Cake than it is a regular show Lost Tapes or the wonderfully weird world of Gumball. Lars of the Stars is a spin-off series that's also going to serve as somewhat of a sequel to the original because we're going to see what these classic characters are up to. Similar to what we saw with Adventure Time Fiona and Cake, the main characters of Fiona and Cake are Simon, the Ice King formerly, Fiona and Cake. It's not Finn and Jake anymore. Yeah, they're present in the show. Yeah, Finn is in this series. Jake has apparently passed away. We get some updates on some fan favorite characters, but they are no longer the focal point, which is why I think that Lars of the Stars is more of an apples to apples comparison with Fiona and Cake, whereas the wonderfully weird world of Gumball is more so an apples to apples comparison with Adventure Time side quest or regular show Lost Tapes. These are series following the same characters we followed in the past, continuing their stories. So I really hope that the teams working on Adventure Time side quest and regular show Lost Tapes respectively really are able to capture the essence that made the original series great and essentially just do more of that, whereas the team that worked on the wonderfully weird world of Gumball kind of failed in that regard. I really hope we don't see the same mistakes made with Adventure Time side quest and regular show Lost Tapes. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all of this. Are you guys a little bit concerned as to what we're going to get from Adventure Time side quest and regular show Lost Tapes after seeing the wonderfully weird world of Gumball, or do you disagree with me and think that the wonderfully weird world of Gumball was able to capture the essence and be more of the original series? Let me know down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from DC Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.